Triple B Hot Takes. Welcome, welcome.
Good morning! Good morning and happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween, everyone! 'Tis the season to be scary.
Wow. Woo. Good morning, everyone. Sorry you had to see
Vietnam.
that. Woo! All right.
A lot of work being a dancer.
What's up? Happy Halloween. If you haven't seen the SNL skit with Chris Farley and Patrick Swayze, well, you should hop on YouTube right now. I can't even talk today. Hop on YouTube, check it out. That's what we are for Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Happy
It is
Halloween.
on Tuesday, so 2 days from now. Holy shit, and then it's November. Unreal. Unreal.
And we're hunting for some big antlered critters.
We are.
Pretty hard.
Well, welcome to another NFL Sunday. We have a lot of good picks for you and good vibes for you.
We do.
Week 8. Halfway point, basically. Crazy. The season's
Crazy.
just flying. Cheers to the good years. I'm having a beer
Wow,
early.
holy shit balls. I'm still on my coffee, eh? Friday night
tastes
was
good.
we had a screaming Halloween party.
Halloween party. And
Still a little dented.
yeah, I feel that. All right, well, let's not keep these people waiting. Let's get the picks going
get
right off the top.
sweaty balls.
Week 8. Let's get horny. Let's get excited because we got smashing, ball tingling, beer spilling action all day long today. Let's freaking do it right off the top. QBs. I got Jalen Hurts playing a divisional
Hershey
matchup.
Squirts.
Important divisional matchup between the Eagles and Jalen and Washington Commanders or Redskins, depending on where you lie on the spectrum of that. I think they should still be the Redskins, but who cares? Okay, whatever. Washington team that's playing football is playing the Eagles, and I think
We're a
Jalen
completely different team, by the way,
Yep.
than the first time they played the Commanders. or
Jalen
the
Hurts
Redskins.
is going off today. That's all I know. My risk, and I suggest
with
that
you.
you put this guy in your lineup. He's only $5,700. Jordan Love. Okay, Jordan Love. I know there's some questions about Jordan Love. I get that, and I respect that. However, these are fantasy picks, and for only $5,700, the guy has not scored less than 16 points all year.
Very
I
good
mean,
point. Very good
he's probably
point.
going to get you 20 points for $5,700. Plug him in, put some better people in your lineup
Plug 'em
on
in,
other
plug 'em
positions
in.
like these people at running back. But Roy's got to do his QBs first.
I got to do my QBs first.
Put the glasses on.
All right, at QB, I have C.J. Stroud this week. They're coming off a bye week. They're going into Carolina, and the Panthers have the worst passing or pass rushing D in the league. And at that, C.J. Stroud is number 4 overall in the league when he throws from a clean pocket, averaging 8.3 yards per attempt. I like C.J. Stroud today in Carolina. My risk at quarterback today. What he said.
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love. I've got Jordan Love down.
Hey, Minnesota's passing defense
I'm going to
sucks.
clarify this by saying this is a big risk because Minnesota blitzes on a regular, steady basis. And with the line we have, that makes me very, very, very afraid of what's going to happen.
Minnesota
with,
sucks nuts at pass defense, though.
but they're still bringing the blitz every play, and we can't stop it. And look how they played the 49ers last week. I'm just putting a risk asterisk out there. I like Jordan Love simply because, as he said, he's scoring 18, 19, 20 points a week, irregardless of what he does. So from a fantasy perspective, Fanny perspective, I like him.
Okay, awesome. You want to toss back running backs?
I'll toss him right back at you.
Let's go, Roy. Let's go, Roy!
C.J. Stroud is 6,300, and Love, as he said, 5,700 in DK. This guy coming in at $6,100, I think, is a good value for a running back. Isaiah Pacheco, Kansas City playing Denver. Let's just say that Denver ranks dead last against the run in the league. Dead last.
Are you sure that they're not second to last now?
Dead last.
After what happened last week?
My second running back.
You sure Denver's not second to last?
They're dead last.
Well, I thought the Packers.
Kind of like Halloween. Ooh.
I thought the Packers
dead.
would be.
Yeah, they might be. They've got to be goddamn close. That's all
probably.
I got to say. Anyway, my next running back at $7,200. This guy's having a year. Hard to keep him from your lineup. Travis Etienne. Pittsburgh ranks 25th against the run. They're allowing opposing running backs 21.5 fantasy points per game. Etienne's going off, and I like him today. At risk at running back for $5,900. And he's really not in that risk category, but yet he is because they're just an unproven team yet. My jury's out on them. But Breece Hall with the Jets going against the Giants. Hall's snap count has gone up the last 3 weeks from 46% to 52% to last week being 68% of the snaps. And the Giants are allowing almost 5 yards per carry to running backs. So a good risk at $5,900, Breece Hall.
Running backs for me, I have Saquon Barkley and Alvin Kamara as my two front runners. My risks, and I'm sick of putting this man in the risk category because he doesn't deserve it. He is an amazing running back and an amazing person. However, the Packers' usage of him has been very strange. And honestly, very annoying because all you have to do is just plug him in, pass to him, run with him. Do everything.
Easy to say sitting here, but
it is easy to say sitting here. However, just use Aaron Jones for the love of Christ.
Oh, I'm 100% in your court with that.
What are we doing? I don't understand. He must be more hurt than he actually is. I don't know what's going on.
Dipshit. That's what the case is.
All I know is that Aaron Jones bounced back day to day. Minnesota is not that great against the run. They're not great against the pass. Aaron Jones is phenomenal out of the backfield at doing the wheel route, catching a fucking ball 30 yards down the field. I did fucking say it.
Twice the bomb.
I said it because it's going to I've called my shot right now. I'll clip this. Aaron Jones is going to go out on one of his wheel routes. He's going to go like this out of the backfield, go like this. Linebacker's going to follow him like this, and he's going to be like, oh, psych, I'm going right up the field. Holy shit, Jordan Love's going to be like, that's the most wide open guy I've seen all year.
And then he's going to overthrow him.
No, he's not. Oh. He's going to hit him in stride, touchdown.
Aaron Jones. I got a hundo that says that doesn't happen.
Well, probably. But Aaron Jones is going to score a touchdown today on a wheel route. Trust me, you heard it here first.
God damn, I need a haircut. It's in my eyes.
Aaron Jones. Okay, rant over. Packers.
Boy, he's going on. That's the third Triple B explosion.
This is how the show happens.
Year.
This is how it happens.
I love it.
Aaron Jones. So what are the takeaways from that explosion? Number 1, Aaron Jones, use him more. Number 2, Aaron Jones, plug him into your DraftKings. Okay. My second risk is Alexander Madison. Basically, what is happening, unfortunately, is the Packers are so freaking terrible at run defense, and it doesn't seem to get better. So you might as well, from a fantasy perspective, it pains me to say, but from a fantasy perspective, whoever's playing the Packers, start their running back. Because it's just, they're going to score freaking 20
I like Cam
points.
Akers in this one. He showed a lot of signs against the Niners last week.
Nope.
And got a lot of carries. I like him.
No.
Yeah.
Wide receivers. I have Puka Nacua in there. I love Puka. Love Puka.
Love Puka. Hard not to put Puka in your lineup.
And my fire play of the week, I got him circled. A.J. Brown. Adge Brown is going to go absolutely off against the Washington Commanders today. Guaranteed. He scored 32 last week. People aren't talking enough about A.J. Brown, what he's doing this year. I just checked his fantasy stats this year. Holy hell. I said this like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's
but
insane.
It's absolutely absurd. Like, he is
Totally absurd.
Tier 1 wide receiver. He's better than Jamar Chase. He's better than Justin Jefferson. So put that in perspective. At the drafts at the start of the year, you were better off drafting A.J. Brown first overall than you were Justin Jefferson as of now. That's why the drafts are so freaking crazy, because you never know what's going to happen. Put that in perspective. A.J. Brown could have been a number 1 overall pick, and you'd be better off for it than my sorry ass that drafted Justin Jefferson, that piece of shit! Risk at wide receiver, I have Adam Thielen. Not much of a risk anymore. A guy's going off in Carolina. I'm not going to have another rant. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. And my sleeper of the week. Not a lot of people are going to talk about this guy. Demario Douglas. Or Demario Douglas.
He was almost mine.
A lot of people aren't talking about this guy.
Almost mine.
Patriots have started to use him more, and they've been better off for it. He was drafted by New England this year, 2023 pick in the 6th round. Not a lot of people are talking about him. Wide receiver, but he's been playing a little bit of running back as well. 20-yard carry last week, and he had 6 receptions last week as well, and they looked pretty good. And I tell you what, this guy can move. The film I watched the highlights of this guy last week, he's hauling ass. I mean, he's a good player.
Yep, I
Demario Douglas, he's only $2,300 in DraftKings. Yep. You want to fill that wrist spot or the
flex
whatever?
Spot?
Thanks, Roy.
Yep.
You.
That's what I'm here for.
That was so good. We've been doing this a long time.
Yes, we have.
That was really good.
All right, then.
That was just amazing. Okay. Hey, isn't it something else? This is the second week in a row we've laughed so hard we cried.
Yep.
That's when you know you're doing something.
That's when you're doing something right.
Yeah. Okay, so
hope you're all having fun.
So the main takeaway, Demario Douglas.
I like him. I
Wide
like
receivers.
All right. Boy, there's a lot of them to choose from this week that could be really, really spectacular.
Yeah, they really are.
They really are. But I like Jamar Chase.
Expensive though.
8,100. Yeah, they're all over $8,000. The big dogs are all over $8,000. But I like Jamar Chase. Cincinnati going against San Francisco.
Yeah.
Could Cincy go into San Francisco and pull the upset? And wouldn't that send the 49ers into a panic mode a half? It really would. So I like it. I like the matchup. San Francisco. Here's a very interesting stat for you. San Francisco allowing big wide receiver production. Puka went for 15 and 147 against them. Amari Cooper went for 4 for 108. Garrett Wilson went for 776 and 2 against. Or sorry,
Stats.
Mike Wilson at Arizona, 776 and 2 against them. And last week, Jordan Addison went 7 for 123 and 2 tutters against the San Francisco defense.
12. So Puka Nacua had 15 catches
For 147 against them.
Can we just, for one quick second, appreciate Puka? That's a rookie.
That's a rookie doing that.
15 catches.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's absurd.
So now you send a healthy Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase in to San Francisco. I like the matchup. That's
I'm taking the Rams today.
$6,600.
You'll hear that later, but
yeah, you'll hear that
him.
later too. I like Adam Thielen, as he said. He's come out of the risk category, in my opinion.
Yeah,
they're coming off a bye. His last game, he was 11 for 13 with 2 tutters. He's playing out of the slot, and since he started playing out of the slot, he's had 298 yards over the last 3 games in production. So Adam Thielen doing a great job. He already mentioned A.J. Brown at 8,000. I like A.J. Brown. And talking about absurd numbers, these numbers are absolutely crazy. He has, on the season, 47 for 701 yards and 3 touchdowns over 59 targets. 59 targets only. He's put up 701 yards and 47 catches. He has just been a rock star. And Washington is allowing 153.9 yards per game to wide receivers. Do you think A.J. Brown might have a big day today?
Go off today.
My
off today.
My risk, I almost went with the gentleman that he aforementioned, but I'm taking Tank Dell. He got hurt early in the year. He's coming back out. Bobby Trees is out today.
What about
He's
Nico?
injured. So it's Nico. It's Nico and Tank
okay.
today. So
Nico and Tank.
The Nico Tank show. And I just have a feeling I like him. And Washington also, or excuse me, Carolina is allowing 0.47, almost a half a fantasy point per attempt against their lousy secondary. Tank Dell, $4,900.
That was amazing, by the way, for the stats and everything. Roy's always coming to play, folks. He's always ready. That
Stats.
guy,
I
honestly,
like stats.
if he could, he would strap up and play today.
I would.
If somebody called him right
That's
now.
a fact.
I guarantee you. Well, I would too, but I'd get killed. Tight ends.
No.
Travis Kelce is my number one. Not a huge fan of what's happening there. Said this last week. I don't really know what's happening to that guy, but all I do know is he's scoring a shit ton of fantasy
Still
points.
playing, though.
And
He's
I don't
still
like
playing.
judging people. Travis can do whatever he wants.
Yep.
I'm not a judger. Like whatever. Travis Kelce seems like a cool guy, but I just don't like all the distractions with Taylor Swift and everything. It's just kind of getting annoying. But Travis Kelce, nonetheless, is having one of the best years he's ever had. He scored the most fantasy points he's ever scored last week. So that's crazy. I mean, but he's $8,400. So it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I was telling him
Pretty
before the show,
expensive.
it's like I want to play him in my lineup, but I don't want to spend $8,400 on a tight end. So play T.J. Hawkinson today
Hawkinson.
because he's going to go off, unfortunately, against Packers.
Yeah.
My risk, though, you can play this guy as well, Dallas Goedert. Sleepy. Jalen Hurts has targeted him more than any other wide receiver or running back or anybody for that matter in the last 3 weeks. I don't know what happened, but they seem to flip a switch.
And all that with Adge Brown still being on the team, too. So
What's crazy is like the Eagles seem better off for it too. They were kind of shaky in the beginning of the year, but then they started to go back to their roots. And I love.
Gotta spread it around.
I told him this last week. I love this about the Eagles. They're probably the only old school team, like style of play that, like, in the league right now. The Eagles are old school. They go under center more than anybody. They run more than anybody. I mean, they're just like.
Yep.
I love it. I love old school football, smash mouth football, and the Eagles do it. They're like, hey, we have the best line on offense. We have the best line on defense.
Yep.
What the fuck are you going to do? Not a thing, because we're going to beat you. And I love that. Hell yeah.
Yep.
That's football.
In your face football. Yep.
Rant over.
In your face football.
I do rant all that.
That's all right. I got one yet.
Uh-oh. All right. So who's your tight end?
I've got Dallas Goedert plugged in at $4,600.
I got one in the bag.
Last 3 weeks, freaking Washington again is just giving up a lot. Their tight ends have
You're right. You're not.
23.
You're slowly.
I'm slowly drifting out of the photograph
You
here.
don't want to be in. on
That's
camera.
all right. But they
You
give
can
them
just talk
tight
off to
ends
the side.
23, 238, and 4 on 28 attempts. So that's a shit ton going to tight ends. And they're 29th against tight ends. So I like Dallas Goedert to pick up where Adge Brown doesn't today. My risk at tight end is Logan Thomas on the opposite side of the football. Logan Thomas has been playing pretty damn well. And ironically, Philly is also allowing an 80% catch rate to tight ends, opposing tight ends. So 8.2 yards per attempt. So
Stats.
Stats. They don't lie.
All right.
$3,400 for Logan Thomas if you're interested.
My big, old, hairy, scary D. Cue it. I have the Seattle Seahawks today versus Cleveland Browns. I love Seattle. Play Seattle today.
Love.
They are cheap
Love.
as hell, and they play Cleveland. On paper, you're like, why the hell would I play Seattle against Cleveland? Cleveland's on a roll. Well, Cleveland's offense sucks ass. So as far as the fantasy perspective, Seattle's defense is probably going to do pretty well. I love Witherspoon. Drafted him in our sleeper league this year.
He's awesome.
Let's go. He's going off. Probably defensive rookie player of the year. That's
Yeah.
freaking awesome. Good
It
for
is.
him.
Yeah.
But Cleveland is phenomenal on defense. They have the best defense
Playing
in
well.
the league right now,
They
statistically,
do.
but their offense sucks. So I like Seattle's D today.
And PJ Walker's back in because the alleged rapist can't seem to get his shit together. And then he says, people don't think I'm really hurt. Nope, I really don't think
I don't
you're
really
hurt.
know if he even
think your
wants
head's
to
hurt.
play.
I think you have a mental deficiency. That's what I think you have.
Well, I have to be honest. If I had $330 million in my bank account that was guaranteed, regardless if I played or not, I probably would be acting, well, I don't know if I'd be acting similar,
Should
but
be going to massage parlors?
No,
I didn't think so.
I would not do that. I would have them come over to my house undercover.
Jesus.
All right.
All righty.
Let's finish this.
My big old
Let's
hairy,
finish
scary
this before we
D
get canceled.
at $2,500, and I hate to say it, the Vikings.
What?
Yeah,
No,
the Vikings.
the
at Green
Vikings
Bay.
defense isn't good.
You keep saying that, but
They're not.
They just tortured
Oh,
San
my
Francisco
God.
last week.
Well, San Fran's offense is suspect as well.
No, it is. I don't know.
I disagree with
I
that,
don't
but
know.
we'll see what
And
happens.
Our offense isn't suspect, for
Oh,
God's sake.
100%.
That's why I'm playing them, not because they're good, because they're playing us and we're worse. So
Hey, I agree to disagree. It doesn't mean
I
you're
don't
wrong.
know. I think Jordan Love's going to
Doesn't
be on
mean
his back
you're
a
wrong.
lot.
Okay, so we're going to triple threat picks.
Yep,
We'll get through this if we can.
we can.
Right now, I am 11-10 on the year. Not bad. Batting 500 about. Roy is 10-11. Hey, but he made a huge comeback. He was sucking early on in the year. Just switched it around. He said, you know what?